Hello and welcome back. Today we are here with our author, Paul Greci, author of the Surviving Bear Island series. In addition to being an author, Paul is also a teacher. So, Paul, what grade do you teach?
Well, I'm a special education resource teacher for grades K through 3. But previous to that, I taught junior high and high school English in an alternative school for about 15 years, and so I've kind of done all grades. And right now, I've got the little kids, which is really fun.
Okay, great. So, what is your advice for parents who are just now kind of adapting to online learning with their kids at home?
Well, as a teacher, we're all kind of going through this together, and so I guess my advice for parents is to kind of do what you can. We all know that this is a huge change, and no one is expected to like instantly know everything, and that includes the teachers as well. And so I'd say that to kind of take it slow and just remember that the expectations for all of a sudden doing school at home are going to be really different for doing school at school. There's going to be less delivered instruction time right now, and we as educators know that there are all kinds of stresses at home when all of a sudden you've got your kids home from school. So I would just say take it slow. Reach out to your teachers. They want to hear from you, and if you're getting overwhelmed with too many emails, communications, just let them know that too.
Great. Okay, thank you. So, how about also for parents who are trying to work from home at the same time as adapting to this? Do you have anything special for them?
Well, couple of things. Like what we're doing in our school district in Fairbanks is we are offering high tech, low tech, and no tech options for our students, because parents who are working at home, they obviously are going to be using that internet connection. They're going to be using whatever device they have. And so I would say just just to be open to sort of letting your child work on things at whatever level they can, and not to stress about missing high tech options if you need that technology for your work. And also, and I know it's a little different for the higher grades where they're a little more proficient at using technology. We at the primary grades are very aware that anytime we're asking a student to participate in a kind of a synchronous class meeting or lesson, we know that we are also asking that the parent that same question, because they really can't do that alone. And so yeah, I would just say, do what you can, but make sure that your home life takes priority.
Okay, thank you. So, that being said, what are some tips besides school? We know reading is great for students of all grades. How can you encourage reading in your students right now outside of the classroom setting when they're at home?
I would say, giving them, choices about what they can read, and having them reread books that they like, and just kind of supporting them, and trying not to create any power struggles around the reading. And so a lot of choice is good. And also just if you can swing some family story time, that's also great. And yeah, and also I've heard from kids who are writing stories too, and that's another nice way to just tap into those language skills. If your child is really interested in writing, just letting them get their ideas out without worrying about any of the spelling and grammar and all those kind of things.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So how can students connect with each other now that they're not together every single day in person?
Yeah, so that is a really interesting question. As a special education teacher, I've been sitting in on some of the Zoom classroom meetings that the first, second, and third grade teachers have been having at my school, and I was really struck just yesterday how when the kids were going around, they were each sharing one thing, and like over half the class was just saying, I really miss everyone. And that really, really, struck me. And so I think if you can, you know, participate in those class meetings, if your school's having them, your classroom, to do that. And then, if you can arrange for, friends to have a little video chat like that, that's great as well. Um, it's a really tough time because obviously people can't get together and hang out. So I guess that's one technology option. Another option is maybe just maybe writing a note, or if kids are able to use email. Or maybe making some kind of art projects that can be shared later with their friends. Yeah, it's tough all around for everyone, and I think that the kids in the classrooms I saw, they were really happy to be able to see their whole class. If it's just for like 15 or 20 minutes.
Absolutely. So you have an upcoming novel, Follow the River, coming out, correct?
Yes.
So do you have anything that you would like to show us in terms of Surviving Bear Island, the first book in the series, or Follow the River?
Well, here's a cover of Follow the River. It's going to come out this summer, and then here's Surviving Bear Island. And I'm really excited for this book to come out. This Surviving Bear Island was my first novel, and I used a lot of what I knew about sea kayaking and wilderness travel to go into this. And also, since I taught reluctant and struggling readers at the junior high and high school level for so many years, I really tried to put this book, like, write it in a way that it would connect with reluctant readers. And so Follow the River is even more so than that. Like, it has even more kind of cliffhanger chapter endings and shorter chapters. And so I'm really excited to get this book into the hands of not just reluctant readers, but avid readers too, and boys and girls and adults. And I'm I just can't wait for this book to come out.
Great. Yeah, we're very excited too. So thank you so much for your time today. This was great to have you on.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure for me too.